Hey, this is Toe2 Bravo, and we're going to do something a little different today. We've got a crossbow on the table. This is the Carbon Express Piledriver 390. Some of the specs, they list this crossbow as shooting 390 feet per second, 185 pound draw weight, 142 foot-pounds of kinetic energy, and 13.5 inch powered stroke. Comes with three 20-inch crossbow bolts. These are the Carbon Express Piledriver crossbow bolts, the 20-inch model, like I had said earlier. You get three of these, and in addition to those, I purchased 6 center point archery 20-inch carbon crossbow bolts to complement it with sighting it in and etc. This model comes with a couple different things, like I mentioned, that normal kits don't come with. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to touch on those. You have the quiver and the 3 bolts that I just mentioned. You have the 4x32 deluxe scope, fog-proof, shock-proof, water-resistant scope that's provided by Carbon Express, and the quiet crank, rope, cocker, and rail lubricant all comes with this kit. And we'll go over all of that and its applications here in just a moment. So let's go ahead and we'll move this box off the table, and we'll be right back to talk about the crossbow itself. Alright, so we're back. We've got the box cleared. We've got the crossbow on the table. If you happen to see a little mud or dirt on this crossbow, I had it out yesterday, zeroing the scope in from 10 to 40 yards, and I'll talk about that a little more in detail also. I want to go ahead and say that this camouflage pattern, which is pretty unique, it's kind of a cryptic snake skin kind of combination. It's called, I believe this is called approach camouflage. Never seen it before. Here, I'll pick it up and we'll kind of do a close-up on that. It is very unique. Very unique camouflage pattern there. This crossbow is set up, it looks kind of, grab my coffee here. Today's video is brought to you by Folgers. We ran out of Black Rifle coffee, so we're drinking the Folgers today. So we had to slum it a little bit. So we have the approach camouflage, but this crossbow is kind of set up kind of like a tactical, like a rifle, like an AR. It has a very similar AR-ish type stock and pistol grip. Matter of fact, this looks a lot like maybe a couple of the pistol grips I have on a couple of my ARs. You have this front grip here. It's kind of like a vertical slash horizontal combination grip there. The buttstock is adjustable. You remove these 2 bolts right here, take those out, and you can slide or push in. The scope that's provided is plenty sufficient. Like I said, I was shooting it yesterday. It held 0. It's fine for what it is. I'm sure you could, you know, if you were really hardcore, you could go out and get a Vortex or something of that nature. But what they give you is plenty sufficient for me at this point in time. You can adjust the foregrip here along this Picatinny rail. You have a Picatinny rail here on the bottom of the crossbow. We'll bring that in right there. So you have Picatinny type spaces here. You can move this forward, rearward, whatever suits you. You have, I'll turn it this way actually. Make sure we're in frame. We have these dampeners that are provided, which is very nice. It's a nice upgrade. These are pretty much standard stock on any compound bow that you buy nowadays to help reduce the noise. You also have the reducers here, the noise reducers here in the string themselves. So when I was shooting this yesterday, I found this crossbow to be extremely quiet. Didn't make a lot of noise at all. You have a quiver mount here on the bottom front. Slides in, locks in place. Unlock it, slide it out as needed. Here's the quiver itself, standard fair here. 3-round 3-bolt quiver, so not bad. Locks into place. You also get the rail lube. So this is, please wax your string and rail every 5 shots to protect. So what you do is you take a little bit of this on your hand. If you're not familiar, I'm sure a lot of you are watching this, you're well aware. Take a little bit on your hand. Go ahead and lube up your rail here. It keeps your rails from wearing out. Keep those nice and lubed up. And then it mentions the string also. Come in here and you can just kind of rub this into your strings. Keep your strings in good shape. Keep them well maintained, and that way when you're out there in those adverse weather conditions, you'll get plenty of life out of your strings. You don't have to worry about those prematurely wearing out on you. So it's nice that they provide you with that. I have a couple different kinds of wax on hand, but we'll utilize what they gave us. All right, to cock the crossbow, we have this rope cocker cable that is supplied. I'll take this as an emergency, put it in my pack, but I don't normally use that. I really like to use what was supplied as part of the package deal with this crossbow, and that is the Quiet Crank rope cocker that Carbon Express sends to you. And it's really simple how this is used. I'll give you a demonstration here shortly, but it's really fantastic. It's fast, and it's easy. It's really great, and it's quiet. So this is really a great setup. This is all part of the deal. This is all part of the package that comes. So very nice. Couple modifications, or one modification that I made. Very simple modification, but I took my firearm mount from my GoPro right here and just secured that here to your foot stirrup, and you know, you mount your camera here and it just seems to work really good. We'll do some test footage here in a little bit. We'll set a target up and do some shooting, just so you guys can hear how loud or how quiet this actually is. It's enough yapping. You know, I'm certainly not an expert on crossbows, but I'm very excited to get out and use this and do some future updates on its performance as time goes by. So why don't we go ahead and get set up, and let's get some shooting so we can get some sound and some distance shots. Let's go ahead and let's get outside. We'll do some shooting. We'll see how noisy it is, or lack of noise. I'll demonstrate how to use the cocking mechanism here, and we'll just do some on-target footage to see how noisy the crossbow is compared to the impact of the crossbow. We'll go ahead and we'll do some footage at the target so we can compare how noisy the crossbow is as it goes off, and how long it takes before you hear that and the impact of the bolt on the target, if that makes sense. So this is Toad 2 Bravo. Let's go on outside and we'll see what we can come up with.